Hello everybody, my name is Hugh. Today, I would like to tell you a short talk on strategy price. First, the speaker thanked for calling the Starlight Cinemas in Frontline. Then, she announced that they were showing a thrilling action drama, Locked in the Storm. Next, she said they had shot that day at 1, 3, 5, and 7:50 p.m. and also before 5 o'clock were half price. Finally, she reminded that cold drink, hot popcorn, and other snacks were available for sale in the lobby, and not to bring up into the theater. Number 2. First, the speaker said the president has met that morning with his advisor. Following his speech, he has met two representatives of the National Teacher Union. Next, she announced after that he has given his quickly press conference and during which he outlined his plan for stimulating the economy. Finally, he had left that evening for a tour of the West Coast, where he would view areas damaged by the recent storms. Number 3. First, the speaker was sorry about the fact that the number that has called were no longer in service. Next, she started hanging up and checking their telephone directory to make sure they had the correct number and calling the operator if they needed further assistance. Finally, he started hanging up and calling the telephone Monday through Friday from 9 to 5 if they would like to order current telephone directory. Number 4. First, the speaker announced the museum would close in 15 minutes. Then, he suggested retrieving our past and costs from the court chat room then. Next, he said they would reopen the day after morning at 9 a.m. After that, he reminded not to forget to pick up a special exhibit schedule on the way out. Finally, he hoped they enjoyed their visit that day and they would return to see the exhibit again soon. Number 5. First, the speaker announced that still has some tickets available for Saturday afternoon soccer game, and he said transportation on a company bus would be provided for those who visited. Next, he suggested sending an email message to Mr. Kim in the Human Resource Office before 5 o'clock if they were interested in attending the game and letting Mr. Kim know how many tickets they would need and whether or not they planned to ride the company bus. Finally, he reminded the tickets and bus ride were free. Number 6. First, the speaker commented ordering by phone were easy for first-time customers and it would save their money too. Next, he suggested dialing their toll-free number and pressing one for the special first-time customer line after they had chosen the item they wish to purchase from their catalog. Finally, he said the customer service representative would guide them through the ordering process and reminded not to forget to have the credit card handy when you call. Number 7. First, the speaker thanked for attending that day workshop. Next, he announced they were honored to have with them Professor Martina Toll, chairperson of Political Science Department at National University. Finally, she said Professor Toll, an expert in electoral politics and author of several books on the subject, would leave the main discussion of current political climate and be a application for the upcoming elections. Number 8. First, the speaker thanked all for coming out that day, and he announced they had a wonderful program for them. Next, He said that the change in his later Italian art would be accompanied by fascinating slideshow, would be preceded by brief Mexican performance. After that, he said students from the city school of music would perform a piece by Verdi. Finally, he reminded following the letter there would be a question and answer session. Number 9. First, the speaker announced traffic on the Harbor Bridge were packed this morning due to an accident. Next, he said his road condition resulting from last night's snowstorm caused the press to get the truck, and the icy road had affected traffic all of the area. Finally, he said allowed themselves extra time for getting to work this morning, and be careful out there because cars were moving slowly. And Mortmire rode into the city and passengers were running behind schedule. Number 10. First, the speaker asked the customer not to parking the lot next door because that lot belonged to Joe's restaurant. Next, she said the car would be towed if they parked there, and if street parking were not available, they could parking a lot behind the IBC supermarkets. Finally, she suggested leaving the area by the front door, free for delivery vehicle, and she thanked about that.